No fucking clue what's about to happen.
I'm just like, give me my fucking money so I can start doing shit quick. I need to make moves, motherfuckers. I'm sick of all of it, bro. Politics, all this shit. Fuck them all, bro. Fuck them. Give us our money so we can start fucking building our empires. Fuck these fools. Fuck them.
Agreed,
shit, I'm gonna have
so
many 50 cows and shit after that. Dude, I'm gonna have fucking arsenal, bro. I'm gonna have an arsenal wherever I'm at, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I fucking love it, my friend.
Be like, come at us, motherfuckers. We're over here in this little island, bitch. We got you from every direction. Fucking got turrets. Fucking turrets on top of our house and shit. With little stairways so we can just walk up real quick and be like,
you know it.
I'm serious, dude. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm like, fuck this shit. Motherfuckers about to lose their goddamn minds because they don't want to fucking face, dude. I bet you there's people right now, their 401k looks at them like, oh, well, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. They didn't even pull the money out of it. They're just like going,
nope.
Even me, dude. I do that with crypto. I was like, fuck, why didn't I fuck it? I'm taking it now. Taking it now. Dude, it comes to a point where you got to face reality, and they don't want to do that until it's over, until it's too late. This is going to be crazy, bro. Fuck. Anyone in a city, bro, is going to be fucking high anxiety, bro. Even where I'm at, I'm kind of like, I got enough motherfuckers here I can count on. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Can't
but
say
if I got money, it won't matter. I was like, come on, baby, we're out. You want to stay or you going? You going or you staying? Because I'm gone. I'm out this bitch. See ya.
With or without
those chickens. I'm like, leave the fucking chickens. We're out. Hey, bro. I'll be telling the neighbor, hey, free chickens. All you got to do is take care of them. Food's over there. Later. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
We're just going to have to tell Gary Gensler and Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell to get the motherfucking money printer out. Because they're going to have to bail out a shitload of fucking broker-dealers, banks, prime brokers. It's going to be a bloodbath. Absolute fucking bloodbath.
It's going to be like, hello, hyperinflation, motherfucker.
Speaking of that, I just wanted to bring a little attention to credit default swaps. The credit default swaps for Credit Suisse are going absolutely fucking insane, brother. We are going to see Lehman Brothers 3.0 between Voyager going bankrupt, Celsius, Three Arrow Capital. We're going to have Credit Suisse and Bank of America, Wells Fargo. All these fucking pricks are going to be begging for bailouts even more than they already are. The credit default swap against Credit Suisse, dude, is at the highest it's been since 2008. What the fuck does that tell you?
I read every goddamn tweet you put out, bro, and I'm like spitting shit to other people now. They're like, well, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know shit, but I read shit. They're like, what? They don't even speak that language, bro. No one knows that. They're like, is that English? What the fuck is a credit default swap?
It's a hedge. A hedge.
Yeah, it's leverage. It's over leveraged. They're fucked, bro.
Completely.
Dude, I'm just like, how long is this shit gonna go on, bro? Like, they definitely don't want us to get paid, but at the same time, like, they can't stop it, bro. It's too fucked. The whole wheel, it's broken, bro. They ain't got no spokes left. The motherfucker's crumbling, dude. It's fucking crazy. But it's like, how much longer are you going to keep doing it, dude? Just pump the SPY. No, just pump the SPY again. Fuck it. I don't care how much. I'll fucking do it. Just do it. It's like, why? What a waste of time and energy, dude. Just let the market go. Let it go. Do it. It's going to do what it's going to do. Stop touching it. Get your fucking greasy fingers off it.
You know, the vast majority of people have no idea that the SPY and the stock market is being abused through the use of naked shorts on the VIX and the currency swaps that are occurring between the DXY and the euro, for example, or the DXY and the Canadian dollar, which is why the euro fell today so hard in comparison to the DXY. Yeah, sure, the dollar is strong compared to the other shitty fiats around right now. They're all going to tank together eventually here. There's only so much they can do with these swaps, with these fucking toxic derivatives before everything falls apart. And that's exactly what's happening right now on GameStop and AMC, on the VIX, on the SPY, on the entire fucking market. It's a complete, absolute shit show. What's happening?
Yeah, they're never going to know because they're just going to keep looking for information on the fucking news. Bro, stop. You ain't going to get shit over there. Fuck. I don't know, bro. I woke a lot of motherfuckers up, though. I did my job, whatever. The people in my circle, I got them in AMC. They've learned so much. I've learned so much. And we're all just dumb workers, We don't... Fuck, none of us went to college. None of the people in my circle. Hardly any. We're just dumb fucking laborers, bro. Working for that, square fucking piece of paper representing our fucking life's work, basically, on a piece of paper. That's all it is. It's a fucking
dumpster fire is what it is.
Yeah, bro. It's like, what are we working for? Sometimes I don't even want to go to work no more. It's like, why don't we all just stop? Just let's stop, and we'll let it fall. We'll make it fall. No one goes to work for a month. And it's like already happening in a way, but I'm like the consistent fucking working class, they show up no matter what. That's just how we are, right? I almost want to just be like, can we all unite and just say fuck this and just say, no, we're not working no more. Period.
All right.
But most people won't do that. They're too scared. Dude, talk about fucking power, bro. If you did that, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how many immigrants you bring. They ain't going to work either. We ain't going to let them. We're all going to be outside like, what, bitch? Where you going, motherfucker? Get your ass out that truck. No one works. No one.
That's like the unions back in the day, keeping people off the job.
Yeah, it'll just be a union, but it'll just be United Americans, period. That's our union. Like, no one works, period. You see a motherfucker going to work, fucking live stream that shit, and we're going to show up. Nobody works. Can you imagine that? And nobody spends money at anything. I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck what it is. All stores close. That'd be crazy. You want to talk about revolution? We could do it like that with no violence. We just don't. No one moves.
It already is a revolution.
No one moves.
It already is a revolution. People bought AMC and GameStop as their number one hedge.
Yeah.
There are millions and millions of people.
We're like nothing. We're
that
like a
own the
grain of
fucking
sand
float.
compared to the population.
That's true.
We're nothing, bro.
That's true. But it's good enough to cause absolute fucking destruction to short hedge funds.
Yeah.
And I'll take it. You know
I
what?
just wish Americans would wake the fuck up and we all do this shit together. Everybody, bro.
We'll never reach them all. We'll never reach them all. As much as we might try, right? We're out here right now, thankfully trying to share things on Reddit and Twitter and YouTube and Rumble and everything else we can get our hands on. LinkedIn, you name it. And still, the vast majority of people walking around with blinders on because they don't want to take the time to listen and to do their own homework to figure out what the fuck's happening. And what's happening right now...
I guess we don't want to wake them all up, bro.
We need some people to be bag holders, sadly. But no matter how many we try to enlighten, there's going to be hundreds of millions and billions of bag holders out there globally. It's going to be fucking disgusting. But let's talk about that GameStop dividend right now. GameStop board has approved a 4-to-1 split. All right, my friends, you want to know what this means? This means the issuer of shares, for example, GameStop, cannot force a recall of shares they do not own, like shares that I own, and you own, and Zoombach owns, or a broker owns. Only the lender who lent out those shares can recall, and in the case of GameStop, this would most likely be companies, institutions like BlackRock, Vanguard, and brokers like Fidelity, Robinhood, etc. However, during a stock split dividend, this is not a reverse split. This is almost a forward split. It's actually a stock split dividend. Things are different as a company like GameStop has to recall its outstanding shares in order to issue more than one share for each previously outstanding share. A share recall is a request by the lender to the borrower to return the loaned shares. Usually a lender can request a share recall whenever they want without explanation, but they have no actual incentive to do so, as they loan it on fee and make money by loaning it out, as you've seen by our coverage on the cost to borrow of Ortex data, etc., and Stonko tracker for the institutional and the retail cost to borrows. However, if a loan is on term, recalls are harder to do. It's still possible, but you'll probably have to pay a penalty. So, how does a share recall affect GameStop and shorts? Well, if a short sale is a transaction in which the shares of a company are borrowed from a lender and sold on the market to be bought at a later time for a cheaper price and then returned to the lender. This is how companies that are sold, or hedge funds that sell stocks short, make money. So that way the lender can call back their shares if they wanted, especially during a stock split or an annual meeting in which they might want to exercise their vote or not miss out on the new distribution of the stock split dividend shares. In the case of a stock split, lenders most definitely have an incentive to recall their shares in order to prove their ownership of the underlying security. In this case, our one and only GME GameStop, one of my favorite meme stocks. Without the proof of equity ownership, the original owner / lender would not be entitled, or I'm sorry, someone's happy out there. Without the proof of equity ownership, the original owner of the shares may not be entitled to the benefits of being issued new shares, like in a stock split, money in a dividend, or voting rights in an annual meeting. So if a short can't find another lender from which to borrow, they are forced to close their positions and return their shares. You should start to see a huge spike in the cost to borrow on GameStop in the coming days and weeks. What's that, Cash Money?
We may expose the short.
We may very well expose shorts, because when shares are recalled, in order to issue 3 new shares for every existing share, it could expose ridiculous numbers of synthetics and naked shorts. In my opinion, billions upon billions, not just a few, but tens of billions of synthetics and naked shorts on GameStop. Even if the lenders wanted to exercise their votes to not pass a stock split, they first would have to recall their shares, and if they don't recall shares, they would miss out on all the new shares that would be issued, the additional 3 shares that they would have received, or the shorts would have to buy the new shares in order to return them to the owner at a later date. Short hedgies are fucked. We're going to be so motherfucking rich, so lavishly wealthy, so ludicrously and ridiculously fucking generationally wealthy. I do not even know how to put it into terms for some people to understand. Get that fucking money printer out. As Thomas Peterfy, the broker of Interactive Brokers, has told us in the past, when something like this happens, the broker-dealer has to reach out and buy the shares at any price that could, I quote, cause the share price to go to unimaginable highs. End quote. Check this out here from our good friends at gmedd.com. GameStop Corp today announced that its board of directors approved and declared a 4-for-1 split of the company's common stock in the form of a stock dividend. This means that if you have 1 share worth 100, you will end up with 4 shares worth 25 apiece. Company stockholders of record at the close of business on July 18th, 2020 will receive a dividend of 3 additional shares of common stock. The stock dividend will be distributed after the close on trading after the close of trading on July 21st, and trading will begin on a stock split adjusted basis on July 22nd, 2022. Gamestop today announced that its board of directors approved and declared a 4-for-1 split of the company's Class A common stock in the form of a stock dividend. So here we go. It will be distributed after close on July 21st, and trading will begin on a stock split adjusted basis on July 22nd. A lot of people that own BBIG still do not have their tied dividends in full. The current cost to borrow on BBIG has gone up very, very heavily over the last few days, and especially this particular week, because there are not enough tied shares, and this is causing the cost to borrow to go up exponentially on BBIG. Here it is. BBIG cost to borrow today is up, this week is up 21.47% to whopping 236.24%, as market makers and hedge funds desperately try to deliver the tied dividend and are failing. They're trying to do it without raising the price of BBIG in order to keep retail from FOMO buying. This is only going to last so long before they have to start fetching shares of the BBIG and Tide at higher prices. Ortex is a tool. It is not perfect. It is far from it. It is only 85% of self-reported data from the short hedge funds and market makers to the exchanges, and then the exchanges send 85% of the data to Ortex. So there's a vast amount of self-reporting here, a vast amount of manipulation, and a lot of it is being hidden through the way of total equity return swaps and a vast majority of futures and ISDA contracts. FTDs are being hidden through ISDA contracts and married swaps, as well as divorce swaps, as well as the short interest. So there's a giant game of kick the can going on, that when things like BBIG's dividend and GameStop's dividend come into the fray, then it's a whole new ball game. And then stocks in the meme stock baskets will inevitably begin to have an increase in volatility, much in the way that we've seen in the past on AMC and GameStop. As you can see here, I'm not sure if it's too small, but the cost to borrow is up 21.47% to 236.24% over the last 7 days. It is still at 100% utilization. The percentage change of shares on loan is up 10% to over 60 million shares on loan. That's 34% of the free float that is now on loan. And the current days to cover has increased 13.8% to 3.17 days. In addition, 69% of all BBI trades reported for BBIG today were in dark pools. 69% as of the writing of this, July 6th. Over the past 20 days, the average dark pool volume for BBIG has been 61%. Total volume in the dark pool is 4.3 million. And the VWAP price for only the dark pool trades is 1.11. TRF trades for BBIG are reported by dark pools, 2 trade reporting facilities, and represent activity away from the mainstream lit exchanges. The vast majority of it being traded within these dark pools to maintain price distortion and prevent price discovery. At one moment, BBIG and GameStop and AMC, if not together or apart separately, will begin to move in very volatile ways. But people need to remember that there's T+2 reporting for trades, and there's T+35 reporting for failures to deliver. The only reason to allow this is because FINRA is complicit in allowing these bad actors to manipulate the stock market. We have the technology to move on to same day, if not 24-hour reporting of trades. If buying and holding breaks the system, then the system was broken in the first place. Plain and fucking simple. Synthetic shares do not receive any of the benefits. So if you do not receive new shares during a stock split, even though you bought before the effective date, then you would indeed be robbed of the new shares you were owed, as well as have a synthetic share that the company never issued. The same goes for dividends and your voting rights. In hindsight, synthetic shares vote would probably never reach the company, but it would your broker. There are two ways to ensure this doesn't occur. One would be probably DRS, which is direct registration of shares, and the second would be non-objecting beneficial owners, NOBO. Non-objecting beneficial owners give consent for their name, address, and the number of shares owned to be available as a list that can be requested by the issuer, in this case Gamestop. Objecting beneficial owners are those who do not want their details available to the company, Gamestop, that they are invested in. They prefer their contact and information to stay with or through the broker or bank only in order to act as a shield for privacy. Ultimately, Gamestop can only see the shares under your name if your account is designated as an NOBO, non-objecting beneficial owners. NOBO, this is very important, which you would have to do by contacting your broker and requesting it to be NOBO if it is not already by default. Side note, keep this in mind. After the news of a Tesla stock split in August 2020, Tesla's share price rose over the next 18 days by almost 100% leading up to the split, mainly due to shorts having to cover. Since then, Tesla hit its high of almost 414% gains from its official stock split news. Apple and other similar companies followed a very similar movement after news of a stock split. You see, let's put it this way. Someone who has lent out their share is no longer an owner of that share. It was transferred to the borrower, who can then sell it. They can then deliver that share to the NSCC to settle their sale, and the lender then possesses basically an IOU, which is like a lending agreement between them and the borrower. This lending agreement allows them to terminate the loan, requiring the borrower to acquire a share to return to the lender. In most cases, the lender has no reason to terminate the loan, with the exception of a stock split dividend. So now, I think that once the stock split goes into effect, that every single ape who has shares, real or synthetic, would be entitled for the share dividends. The reason why I think the split would cause a price increase is because the settlement, the NSCS cleared and CNS settlement of those transactions. As we all know, the algorithms control the price on stocks like AMC and GameStop in order to maintain the stock price within a suitable level, high enough so where they still maintain their 100% margin collateral, which is why, for example, AMC doesn't go under $10, because if it does, then they would receive a collateral haircut on the value of their AMC shares. In addition, it has to stay below a certain point for both AMC and GameStop and BBIG in order to keep the cost to borrow as reasonable as possible. And we've even seen stocks like Revlon with the cost to borrow now of over 900% average, and stocks like BBIG with an average cost to borrow of over 200%. Pretty soon, just yesterday we saw AMC's maximum cost to borrow skyrocket to 474%, after which 10 million shares were returned to reduce the cost to borrow to 20%, and then 5 million more shares were borrowed again to make sure that they could continue to short the stock AMC. So what do you think the algorithm will do when there are 300 million new shares of GameStop in circulation? Volatility. And volatility causes share prices to increase, as well as fear of missing out and gamma squeezing and delta hedging. Options, people that make money on options, in my non-financial advisor opinion, people that make money on options, if they were to exercise some of their options, will 110% contribute to the rising stock price of GameStop and AMC and all of the other meme stocks in the meme stock baskets. Particularly because, as we've seen in the past, it's not an isolated incident in which only AMC and GameStop run together. When they run, hundreds of other meme stocks run thousands and thousands of percent in the background and after or before. And that's why things like BBIG and GameStop's massive movements in January and June caused reverberations throughout the market, in which many stocks ran 3,000, 4,000, 6,000%. And it's something that we're going to see happen again, in my opinion. And the more people, again, it's not financial advice of any kind, but the more people, just factually, that make money on options and then exercise some of those call contracts to force the broker-dealer to fetch them at any price, this would lead to a faster and further increase in the stock price, an exponential boom, in which circuit breaker halts will inevitably occur. And if the volatility caused by the algorithm will cause the price to go up and then down and up and down some more, it will lead to vast amounts of fear of missing out, delta hedging, gamma squeezing, and a vicious cycle that, as explained by Thomas Peterfy, the CEO of Interactive Brokers, right here, we will listen to this 4-minute clip of him telling us exactly how the shorts are fucked. And if people would have exercised some of their fucking calls on GameStop, the entire financial sector would collapse, because they are so fucking over leveraged that in order to deliver our shares, the SFT program, the NSCC 2022-003 pawn shop rule, the reverse repo, all of that bullshit combined all of it is still not sufficient to save their fucking asses, because there's been so many fucking synthetics. Listen to this.
Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us. My first question is, are you surprised and or disappointed not to be a part of the hearing tomorrow?
Oh, no, I'm neither surprised nor disappointed. This is just fine with me.
Just fine. I can imagine. So what do you think will be the focus? Because there's lots of angles here, whether there was insider trading, whether the likes of Robinhood hurt their customers, and whether the likes of Citadel are abusing their power. What do you think is the key focus and the likely outcome?
So what I would like to point out here, that we have come dangerously close to the collapse of the entire system, and the public seems to be completely unaware of that, including Congress and the regulators. So let me explain to you that on January 26th, Game had closed at $77 a share. The following day it closed at
January 26th, GameStop had closed at $77 a share.
148.
The following day it was 148.
The following morning on January 28th, the stock opened at 355 and traded up to 480. At the same time, Game had 50 million registered.
GameStop had 50 million registered shares.
Shares outstanding.
Outstanding.
And the short interest of 70 million shares. In addition, there were about 1.5 million calls, which would call for 150 million shares.
Oh, only.
If the longs repay their margin.
If the longs, people with long calls, repay their margin
loans and exercise the calls, their brokers would have been obligated by the rules, as they are today, to deliver to them 270 million shares, while by only 50 million shares exist.
Come on! What the fuck?
So when the shorts cannot deliver the
Don't
shares,
forget he's talking
the broker
about official
representing
stuff.
the longs must, by the rules of the system, go into the market and buy the shares at any price, pushing the price into the thousands. So as the price goes higher, the shorts default on the brokers. The brokers now must cover themselves. They push the price further up. So the brokers default on the clearing houses, and you end up with a complete mess that is practically impossible to sort out.
And that is why Jerome fucking Powell and the Federal Reserve are going to get the motherfucking money printer out in order to bail out the broker dealers, the DTC, the NSCC, and their entire financial system. We will get fucking paid if you're smart enough to take profits.
So that's what almost happened. To avoid this in the future, the SEC needs to immediately call for reporting of short interest on a daily basis, because they are currently only reported twice a month.
As we stated just a few minutes ago, everything should be reported daily. Maximum 24 hours, maximum. But currently, your trades that you make with, say, Robinhood and Webull, for example, and other payment for order flow brokers, they can be held up to 21 days and put together in a giant lot in a dark pool so that your fucking trade and the shares that you bought and the calls that you bought don't impact the stock price. If you're still with a payment for order flow broker, you need to pull your fucking head out of your ass.
And I think they should increase margin requirements on shorts by 1% for every percent of short interest. That would solve the problem. This is a gaping hole that didn't had before, because short squeezes are considered market manipulation, which is illegal.
It sure is.
But so therefore nobody did it. But with these social platforms, people can just chit chat and suddenly a short interest emerge without pointing at any one person.
I just like the stock.
Right?
I like the stock.
So Thomas, I mean, it's extremely complicated, and they'll have to try to explain all this market structure in between some of the populist grandstanding from members of Congress tomorrow. But ultimately, who are you saying is to blame, if anyone, for what happened?
No, it's
shorts.
Nobody is
shorts
to blame.
are to blame.
There's a
the gaping hole in the system
that we immediately have to stop.
And as you all know, nothing has fucking changed. Nothing has been stopped. The gaping hole in the system hasn't been fucking stopped in any way whatsoever. And the CEO of Interactive Broker, a man who's got more years in finance than I've been alive, just told you.
There's a hole
Which
in
is
the
short interest reporting.
Short squeezes. Sorry?
You're saying that is the short interest reporting. That's what was happening here? That was the problem?
No, the problem was that there is no increased margin requirements on shorts as the short interest increases. As a matter of fact, most people don't even know what the short interest is, because it's only reported twice every month.
What portion, Thomas, of your trading is payment for order flow? I know it's a smaller percentage than some of your rivals.
It's like 3%.
Shepard.
As you saw there, Interactive Broker does allow you to trade to lit exchanges, and that's why payment for order flow only makes up 3% of their revenue, opposite to Robinhood, whose about 75% of their revenue comes from payment for order flow from crooks like Kenneth Cordell, Bedpost Griffin. And on that note, everybody, Wolfie, would you like to say a few words, my friend, or would you like to save it for another time?
I just think with that Peter fire, people need to realise when he was talking, it was right in the heat of the moment. That's probably one of our most powerful tools that we've got in order to be able to stay strong and understand we were never wrong. Ever, ever, ever was we wrong. The lies and the bullshit that come up afterwards was time. That's the only tool they've had, time. That's the only thing they've got is time. We can remain retarded longer than they can stay solvent. That was the key line that I've heard in the first part, 4 or 5 months. Because we can, we just told.
Yeah, how is that proof of synthetics?
100%.
He's talking
50 million plus
just
70
about-
million plus another another 270 million that they would have to deliver. Gee, that's not
Yeah.
proof of synthetics. Not at all.
He was talking solely about the official figures right in the heat of the moment. He runs iBroker. He knows what he's talking about. But he said himself, nobody knows the short interest. When she tried to steer it to the short interest, he went, no, it wasn't the short interest. This was stuff that was bought. These were options that were out in play. And if people would have exercised, it would have killed the entire market. That was the official stuff. The reason they're doing everything they're doing, they're delaying it, is because of how massive this is. It's not just GME, although GME on its own, he was talking about GME, he weren't talking about AMC or any others. Give it to the GME boys, give it to the Reddit boys, give it to Keith Gill.
He doesn't want to though. That way he can oversell them.
So it's everything else that weren't being talked about. This is why they're doing what they're doing. The market maker exempt rule doesn't have a limit. It doesn't have a roof. It doesn't have the market cap. It doesn't have the shares officially sold by the company. What they are able to do as market exempts in order, as we've been lied to forever, the reason they're allowed to do what they do, where they can sell a share without a locate, and then we get an order failed to delivers, the reason they can do that, we've been told again and again, is for liquidity. It ain't for liquidity. It's fucking theft. A market maker can sell as many shares as they want in order to meet a requirement within a market with no limit. That fucking rule allowed them to carry on for decades. They've been able to go after company after company after company. They went after Tesla. They went right up the food chain. It isn't your pink slips. It isn't the crap stocks. It isn't the crap companies. It's anything they want to fucking rob that takes money out of our pockets. The only people who lose is us. They never fucking lose that side till this time. They went in, they made their bet, they were on the wrong side of the trade, and we all piled in. They'd gone out of GME 2014, Plotkin said. From the conception, the day they opened, they were shorting GME. They've been shorting stocks for years, and they were getting away with it. I'm not going to meet my target this quarter. Oh, let's sell some shorts. Let's go to the market maker and tell him we want shares and we want to short them. That's what they've been doing. That interview, that needs proper analysis, a proper breakdown, because that was heat of the moment. That was a guy talking honestly about what he knew, what he see, and all his years of experience. It was the end of the fucking market because of hedge funds. Hedge funds go to market makers. Hedge funds have got free covers. Citadel, you crooked fucks. You've got 3 different areas of the market that you're using to rob us every fucking day. Where's the SEC? Who the fuck owns DTCC? Why can't we look inside DTCC? You can't get the info because they've got all the rules set up for them. They kept robbing and robbing and robbing. You got the Fed printing money left, right, and fucking centre. 401ks and our investments are going out the pan, straight into their fucking pocket. Stop robbing out of our fucking pockets.
Yeah, Tom Wolfman. Oh!
Heat of the moment, you get the truth. He came out and said the worst thing for them and the best thing for us. And that weren't the only one at the time. There was other people saying it as well. Knowledgeable people, experienced people, people that have been in this game a long time. And in this last 18 months, with all the effort of Boss and all the education he's given us, plus other guys that have been in there, other people, you got Patrick Byrne and you had the guy, the videos you showed recently, Boss, where they're saying, no, this was a problem. This is an issue. This ain't right. They can't come out and say 100%. You know why? Nobody can come out and say 100%. Do you know why? It's been lied about all this time. Do you know why? Because of how huge it is. Because of how massive it is. We never left. We never left GME. We never left AMC. We never left our meme stocks. We came in and we learned and we got educated. And we've had brilliant people that have gone in and worked out where these rules are, how they do what they're doing, how they can get away with all these different tricks of the trade. It's fucking corrupt. It's corrupt because you ended up with a small percentage that ended up being able to manipulate the rules and bend the ear of Congress and go after the SEC and use the revolving door. And we got fucked. 2008, people still paying the price today. Where the fuck is the regulators? I'm angry. I don't give a fuck about being rich. This play will play out. You know what I am fucked off about? All these people that talk down to us. All these people that continue to rob from us. All the 401ks where people lost. Go and have a look at your 401k today. Go and ask where your money's being invested, because I bet you it's in the shittiest part of the fucking market. They're positioning themselves. This is what this has all been about. 2008 taught me this. When Burry went in and placed his bet, he had to wait, and he had to pay millions every month and wait and wait and wait. And when it should have crashed in 2007, it didn't, because they still weren't properly positioned. They hadn't come up with a new thing to sell to dump their shit on us. Cat shit wrapped up in dog shit is what it ended up being. We had the emails with the banks when they sat in front of Congress. They had the congressional hearings, like they dragged DFE into, but they had the bankers there. And they were all saying, oh, you know, we didn't, you know, we've got to be able to say to people want to buy things. No, you were fucking selling it. You were telling each other inside these big banks, they were telling each other, this is dog shit, unload it. And who did they unload it to? You, me, 401ks, pension funds galore. They're positioning. That's what they're doing right now. They're just positioning themselves to mitigate against their losses. Fucking, how the hell can you have a market? The New York Stock Exchange, I'm calling you bastards out. How can you have a New York Stock Exchange that can give a market maker, Citadel, an exemption where they can continue to sell shares that don't exist way past the limit? There's no fucking limit in that rule. They can carry on and on and on and on and on. GME have announced their 4-to-1 split today. That is actually good news. That should go a long way to what everybody's been waiting for. Do you know what a market maker exempt can still do? He can still sell naked shares. Where the fuck is the SEC? Where are these Congress people who are meant to be representing you and I?
They're watching porn.
Yep.
Yeah, conflict of interest, but
Where the fuck are they? Do not think we won't win. Do not think we're not on the right side of this trade. Do not think that we're not allowed to say I am holding, because you are. I'm holding. I'm holding GME. I'm holding AMC. If I had more money, I'd be holding some of these other stocks as well. I'll tell you what I won't do, sell. I'll tell you what I ain't going to do, give up. I'll tell you what I ain't going to do, walk away. Mark my fucking words. I will be here right at the end. You want my shares, Citadel, you want my shares, all the other hedge funds, you want my shares. Fuck you, you can't have them.
Fuck you, you can't have them. You know what? There's 1,500 amazing individuals, investors in AMC and GameStop and other meme stocks in here right this very second. Do me a favor, you guys. Drop it in the chat right now. Drop it in the chat. Are you selling or are you buying? I want to fucking know. Are we paper-handed bitches or are we fucking diamond-handing? The choice is yours. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't give a fuck what you would do as an individual with your money. I know I'm fucking buying and holding and buying some more. Buying some fucking calls and exercising some fucking calls. Plain and simple. I want to fucking hear it right now. Let's see. Are you buying or are you selling? Do we have paper-handed bitches in here? We got some paper-handed Portnoys? Or we got diamond hands? That's it? That's all the responses? Come on now.
Get rich or die buying.
Get rich or die buying. That's my fucking motto. We're going to be so motherfucking rich. Ridiculous. Are you fatigued? Are you fatigued? Are you not entertained? We've got a year and a half of fucking entertainment on the world's greatest casino. A year and a half. And we've already been proven right twice. It's only a matter of time before the inevitable happens.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. We're going to be so motherfucking rich. Grandpa Barney, thank you so much for your support of the think tank and of the channel. Eric Vizcarra, thank you as well. You guys are too kind. Thank you to everybody. I love seeing the chat scrolling right now. I could barely even fucking read it, and it's still not enough. And we got the chat limited, so people can only type so many times within a minute. But it looks like we got a lot of fucking diamond hands in here. It looks like nobody's fucking selling. Phone numbers. International phone numbers. That's what I'm looking for. I'm here for billions with an S. On that note, I want to wish you all peace and wealth. I hope you all have a great fucking day. And I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Thank you, everybody. Diamond fucking hands. We're gonna be so fucking rich. It's fucking insane, dude. Oh my god, so many fucking idiots don't believe it. Oh, it's gonna be so fucking bittersweet when this actually goes down. Have a great day, everybody.
Love money.
Best community there is.
Holy shit. This is too rich. You guys are the best.
You are, man. Right back at you.
You're the fucking man, Wolfie.
So glad I caught it. I was just sitting here flicking through trying to catch up on the split and stuff, and then I see you was live again. I was like, no way.
How could I not? With a split like this, how could we not? This is our third fucking video today. Sometimes I don't make a video for a week, but when it's needed, right?
100%, mate. You're the man. You got to do it.
Man, we're going to be so motherfucking rich. Holy shit.
It's got to the stage where I really...
So
I got in this play last year to pay them back. And if I have to get sued to pay them back properly, I honestly am the man ready for it. I don't give a fuck about being rich. I do care about, genuinely, I do care about fairness. I do care about people, all people, every country of people. I'm sick to the back teeth. I'm 51 years old. If I'm lucky, I've got 20 years left on this earth. I don't need to be rich at 51. I'd like to be able to pay me bills, that's all. If they want to come after me and fucking stick me in a court case, it ain't to be famous. I could be famous in 100 ways. I don't have to put me fucking self on the line. But you know what? It's worth it. I'm sick to the back teeth. I've looked for 40 years. I've watched. I've seen. No one ever listens. Nothing ever changes. It all gets fucking worse. Well, this is the best chance I've seen in probably 30 years that we can turn around and go, do you know what? It's worth the pain. So with all the shares I hold and the money I've invested, you want to come and take that from me? Come and take it. But I'll tell you what, you won't shut me up. I've held back and I've held back and I've held back. It's time to actually start saying some names, start actually calling people out, and I'm willing to do it. Not to be a hero or fucking martyr. The money I invested, I was willing to lose. The money I could make on it, they want to come after me because I'm calling them out. I reckon I've got enough facts. I reckon I've got enough info. I reckon I've joined enough dots up. I reckon I've seen enough things in my lifetime to understand you're crooked as fuck. And if you are, this is our time. This is our time to go after them. I'm willing to do that. Nobody else has to. Nobody else has to lose out. Do you know what? If I died at 55 and I managed to do that, what a fucking life I've had. Fuck
Amen,
these
brother.
rats.
We came for the money and we stayed for the revolution.
You know.
We came for the money and we stayed for the financial revolution. Plain and fucking simple. Have a great day, everybody. Peace and wealth. So fucking rich. Get the goddamn money printer out. That's great.